Testing, 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 testing. There we go. Okay, so what screen am I showing? Okay. All right. Testing, testing. Good afternoon, everyone. My apologies. I had a few technical difficulties getting set up here, but just a hardware issue. Had a couple of crashes here. So um, I see that there are a couple of people on board that are participating today. So welcome, welcome. We'll go ahead and get started at this time. This is the April LaQ webinar, and today we're going to talk about some resources to help you work smarter. My name is Wiley Brazier V. I am here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm in the East Baton Rouge Parish school system, but I'm a central office administrator there, but I also serve as a digital leadership and technology integration consultant around the country for a number of districts, and happy to have you here today. The first tool to help you work smarter and not harder is going to be a tool called Pear Deck. If you have not heard of Pear Deck, I'm going to show you Pear Deck right now. Pear Deck is a tool that allows you to be able to mirror your presentation that is on your screen with that of the students in your classroom. I want to give it a try with you for a moment. So if you will participate, I'm going to exit out of presentation mode. It actually exists as an add-on in Google Slides. So here we are at add-ons, and I'm going to go right down here. Normally I would go to get add-ons, and then I would see Pear Deck right here. Oh, they moved it down. Here it is. It would be right here, and I would normally click on add, but I already have it installed. So I'm going to click add-ons, go to Pear Deck, and then I'm just going to open the Pear Deck add-on. With that being said, I'll then be able to present the lesson. There are a number of different options here that you can see. There are different slides at the beginning of the lesson to be able to easily insert into the lesson. But in this case, just to show you the ease of use, I'm going to just present the lesson. Once I present the lesson, it's then going to bring up a screen that will show or display a code that your students or participants can use in order to gain access to everything. And so if you will work with me here, I will show that particular screen in just a moment. And if you'll grab a device and have a device handy, you'll be able to follow along, and I'll actually make this webinar interactive with you while you are participating wherever you may be. So we have this teacher dashboard. This is the teacher dashboard, and it actually will show students and everything, but we'll come back to that. So if you will just on your device, either on your phone or your Chromebook or your laptop, MacBook, whatever you have, if you will just go to joinpd.com, and that website is always the same. So it's joinpd.com, and the code that you'll enter is HZTGV. Once you enter that code, you'll then be asked to connect your Google account. So I'll just connect my Google account here. Let's do that one. And once I'm connected, it'll then show me down here in the bottom left corner that we have one particular, now we have two students connected. Great. That's great. I'm going to click the continue button, and now you should see that the same slides that I have in front of me will also be in front of you at this time. If there's ever a student that is late to class, I love it that the website that they'll go to is always the same. It's always joinpd.com. So whenever they come in, if they're running late or if they went to the restroom and they come in, they just pull out their device, go to joinpd.com, and then it's always in the upper right hand corner. The code that they need to join is always up here. So that way there's less distraction in the room for them. Hey, what do I need to do? What page are you on? And hey, miss, can I get that work? And so on and so forth. So it allows you to be able to control the deck or control the presentation as you move forward. You can also very simply add questions right here on the fly. So if we click the new question, I have a bunch of different options that I can ask different questions about the same material. And There's a bunch of different options here, from multiple choice to drawing on a grid or drawing on the image itself. You can drag dots. There's the old temperature check, thumbs up, thumbs down. And you can also draw on the image. So I will just uh, do the thumbs up, thumbs down. And so if you see on your screen right now, you can actually drag your dot over either the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And down in the bottom right corner, I'll click show responses, and I can ask a simple question. Hey, what do you think about Pear Deck so far? And boom, I can see that there's two people there with a thumbs up. And if you notice, it is anonymous right now. You can't see any names on the screen, but I do have on that teacher dashboard the ability to be able to see who is participating at the time. I can also lock the screens, and so you'll actually see your screen get locked where you can't move. Uh, we can't move or change your answers, and then unhide the responses. I'll do that one more time. I'll ask another question and give you about the same slide, but then I'll actually ask you to draw on an image, because this one actually gives the opportunity for students to be able to draw on the screen. So I can say, can you please highlight the word or circle the word yes in blue? And I see you drawing a smiley face, and that's quite okay. You can do that. So you can also draw a smiley face, and I can actually show responses, and we can actually see that yes, multiple people have responded here because it's an overlay. And I can change it to where I can show each student's response as well. And as you can see, it is anonymous currently. And so that provides some safety for the students to be able to respond freely. But on the side, on my teacher dashboard, and Jill, I hope you don't mind me showing your name here. So I have Jill, who also is showing there as well. So that's just a quick little way that you can see, and it actually saves those different pictures and all of the responses in a spreadsheet, so that if I want to go back and revisit it later, or if I want to provide a grade or something for it at a later time, I can still do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and lock those responses and then get back to the presentation. Okay, so that's our first tool, and that is Pear Deck. Now, Pear Deck is what they call a freemium tool, and so it's free. When you sign up for the first time, you get 30 days of the premium free as well, which provides the teacher dashboard. But if you go ahead and click, that's the other thing about Pear Deck, is if you click on your screen right now, it is going to provide you with 6 months of premium access for free. And what I will do is go ahead, and even afterwards, there's also a self-paced mode. So even if you are watching this on a replay, I'll have the student paced mode on so that you can follow along and go through the particular questions and slides as well. And you can still access, as long as you go to joinpd.com and use this code, you'll then also be able to take advantage of this opportunity as well. All right, but again, just go ahead and click on the Pear Deck picture on the screen, and you'll be able to get 6 months of premium premium access for free. Okay, some people know about this, but at the same time, I don't see it used enough in classrooms. And so we have this little area at the top here that is called the Omnibox. Okay, so if you ever want to get your Google Level 1 certification, that's one thing that you will need to know for it. This area is called the Omnibox, okay? And with the Omnibox, it does a variety of things. And one of the things that will help you work smarter in the classroom is being able to manage your time more efficiently. So rather than, having to open up a new go and search online for a specific timer and things of that nature. If you just are here at a new tab, you can just type in let's say 30-minute timer. Uh-oh, 30. What's wrong with my keyboard here? 30. Yeah, there we go. Timer. And I will click enter. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 30-minute timer. I have to type in the word minute. And if I click 30-minute timer, then it will go ahead and pull up a timer for me and automatically begin to count that down for me. Okay. And so if I need a 5-minute timer, a 10-minute timer, a 2-minute timer, all of that will be, the timer will automatically start. Okay. So that is the timer in the Omnibox. Another way that you can work smarter in the classroom, this is something for even your students, is for you to be able to, I know a lot of times as teachers and as educators, we like to use images and videos. And so, we spend a lot of time searching for different images. And so this is a quick way that you can actually search and get great images that are more applicable for you. So we can go to google.com. We can search for images, and we'll do this in just a moment. We'll use the tools button, and let's go to google.com. Once we arrive at google.com, and you can actually just use that tab menu as well. So it's very much the same thing. So I can go ahead and let's just search for a lion. And then I'll then see that we have the tools. We'll click on images. Images. There we go. All right. It may just be running a little slow because I am also broadcasting in this webinar. So we have images, and then we can also click on, we have a few different options at the top here that we can just select a drawing and cartoon. But the best thing that I like to do is to click right over here where it says tools. And with that, I can actually select a color, and I usually like to get one with a transparent background, so that way it looks real nice when I'm using it in a presentation. So all of these, it has instantly filtered those out so that it has a transparent background. Only those images appear in my search. So I've got a lot of different images with a transparent background that I can use now. And speaking of usage, it's not like, as teachers, we have to make sure that, of course, we are following all of the copyright usage and things of that nature. And so it's not like we have ever made copies of a chapter in a textbook in order to make sure that our kids are able to continue their lesson, right? While we wait for those books to come in, right? So we'll click on usage, and then we have a few different options to show if they are labeled for reuse or if they are labeled for non-commercial or so on and so forth. So even if we use reuse or reuse with modification, it will further filter those images so we don't have to worry about violating any copyrights or anything of that nature. Okay. Um, we also have the opportunity on this same screen in order to do, so we've also can do clip art and line arts as well. So if I'm back on that same screen, I can click on the type of file as well, and I can choose whether I want it to be a clip art or a line drawing. So we have a few different options currently, but I can also click on the line drawing as well. So let's just say I want to have a bunch of different ones that are just line drawing, so it filters it even further. Okay. And then there's also the clip art and various options as well. This can also be done for videos as well. So I will move forward. And this is just a graphic that shows you all of the various different ways that you can filter out your images. And I'll leave that for your reference in the presentation. You also can do this for videos as well. This is what I wanted to show you, is that you can actually do this for videos as well. So when I go back here, let's just say, for instance, I'm going to do another search for jungle animals. Now that I've done the search for jungle animals, again, I can go to videos, and then under tools, all right, then under tools, I actually have a few other options. I can select how long I want the video to be. I can select when the video was uploaded, within the past 24 hours or within the past range. I can even get a custom range. What quality? If I only want high quality videos, I can also make sure that they're only high quality videos that come through. In addition, I can only select videos with closed captions as well. And then anyone from all of these different options as well. So those are all various options that I can use in order to make sure that I am able to quickly and easily get to some videos of my choosing. Okay. Next up, we're going to move forward. This is a quick little tip if you ever forget to sign out. You know, sometimes we are ripping and running, and we may be on our break or on a planning period where we need to run and check our Gmail, or we may need to run and check our email, or go and log into a particular account in order to retrieve something like our Google Drive, or you may want to show someone a quick little slide presentation that you were working on, and then forget to actually sign out. So most of the time when people are going to show someone something, or they need to log on to someone's computer, they will open a new tab and then click on this little person, and they will then add an account, which this is not the thing to do. What you want to do, because whenever you add someone's account, as you can see, I have a bunch of other accounts that are on here as well. And so those accounts remain on those computers. And so this is a quick and easy way that you can log out of accounts if you have even left that computer. You can just go to Gmail, click on the details in the lower right hand corner, and then there's an opportunity to sign out of all other sessions. Now, I'm not going to do that right now, but there is a GIF right here, an animated GIF that shows you exactly how to do that. But what I do want to do is to show you the best way to go ahead, and if you need to use someone else's computer, or if someone else needs to use your computer, the best way for you to log in. So what you would do is use the Incognito mode. Some of us have never heard of it, but when I click in the upper right hand corner on the three dots, there's the opportunity. I have a few different options: new tab, new window, but then there's also this one called new incognito window. So when I click on new incognito window, what it will do is my screen, it'll open up a new window and it will go dark. And it'll let me know that, hey, you've gone incognito. And as you can see right here, it says Chrome won't save your browsing history, any cookies or data, websites, or any of that information. And so the main thing that we wanted to not do, we wanted to not save any of our browsing history, or that means also our login. And so this is where you would go and allow others to either use your computer, or if you need to go to someone else's computer to use theirs, then you will also go to the upper right hand corner and open the use the three dots to open a new incognito window. All right, moving right along. Another great tool to help you work smarter. I see many people, have, they struggle with uh, template and design or presentation design. This is a phenomenal tool. I'm a firm believer in, hey, if I don't need to reinvent the wheel, then I won't. And I am a creative person, but I must admit that it is much easier for me to use a template if I can find a good one that I like and go ahead and create and put my own information into that template and just customize it. So Slides Carnival is a phenomenal tool that I really like. I'm going to go ahead and if you want to check it out, you can just click right here on the word Slides Carnival and you can actually browse along with it and check out some templates for yourself as well while we're on this webinar. So I'll click on Slides Carnival, the word Slides Carnival. I'm going to close that one. And then it will take a moment and it will open the website slidescarnival.com. Once I arrive on it, I'll see a bunch of different really nice templates that I can browse through, take the opportunity to see if I like some of the way that the slides are arranged, everything, and then I can even use them to in either a PowerPoint. I can download them into a PowerPoint, or I can use them as a Google Slides template. And so when I scroll down, I will see, and all of these are free, by the way. I didn't mention that, but all of these are free. I'm a huge fan of free 99. Huge fan of that. So there are a few different presentations here. Let's take a look at a couple of them. This is one of my new favorites right here. It looks like a little notebook. I really like this one. So I'm going to click on it in order to open it up to see really what it looks like. So on the home page, it will show mainly just the front cover slide. But then once you click on it to open it up, you then have the ability to see more in depth and look at all of the different slides and the setups and the layouts of what are available to you in this particular Google slide or PowerPoint slide theme. So here we are on the page. That's the front. I will scroll down. All right, got a little slow reaction here. Just passed it. There we go. All right. So here we are. It now shows the front slide. But then if I want to take a look at it more in depth and what the other slides look like, I can just go forward to slide 2. And I really like the little notebook paper and everything. And it shows me all about the different slides that are there. And these are just the way that they're set up right now. Of course, I can go in and customize them and utilize them. And the way that I would do that is just to simply click on Use as a Google Slides theme, and it would then open it up in my Google Slides presentation, and I just go and customize it from there. So Slides Carnival is, and it would just say make a copy. I'll just click on make a copy, and it will make a copy for me in my Google Slides. I really am a big fan of Slides Carnival. So let's go back because I want to show you a few other things before our time together is up. All right. So that was Slides Carnival. The next tool that I want to show you, if we can move forward here. Oh, it's taking a moment because it is also making a copy of the presentation there of the template. So these are some of my, uh-oh, it went too fast. Sorry about that. Let's go back. Let's go back. Went too fast. My apologies. So the next thing that I want to show you, I am a huge fan of, let me go ahead and close that so that we can move a little. Maybe it'll pick up a little bit. All right. I am a huge fan of Chrome extensions. And so if you don't know yet, Google Chrome, the uniqueness of Google Chrome lies in the fact that you have where the opportunity to sign into the browser itself. So when we talk about internet browsers, all web browsers allow you to navigate the web, take you to a web page, and then you log into that web page, right? Okay. The difference with Google Chrome, however, is that you first log into the web page itself, and then you navigate the web and go to websites and log into them. Now, that seems like a very minor difference, but it provides huge possibilities and gives you a huge return for logging in. One of those huge returns is the fact that you get to take advantage of extensions. And with these extensions, these little icons here are extensions. Okay, they represent extensions. And on the screen, and so if I look in the upper right hand corner, uh, depending on what version of Chrome you have installed on your machine, if you are on a Chromebook, it will look a little bit different. Right now, I'm on my Surface, and so mine's is more of a PC setup, and so my particular login or my username and ID is sorry about that. So is right here in the upper right hand corner. So I can click here and it will show me that I am logged into the system. Okay. So if you have a silhouette of a little person right there, it will show that means that you are not signed in. So what you need to do is click on it and sign in so that you are signed into the browser. There's another version of the Chrome browser that has the silhouette of the little person right up here on the top tab. And so again, you should see one of two things. You should see either, to know that you're signed in, you should see either a silhouette of a little person or your little avatar. I'm sorry, you'll see that your little avatar there or whatever picture you selected for your Google account. Or if you haven't selected a person, you'll see first letter of your first or last name in this same location. Okay. Now, I have given you some of my absolute favorite extensions. And so if you're signed in on your Chrome browser right now, you can just click on these particular words here, and they will take you to where you can install the extensions themselves. Okay. So for instance, if I want to see what Crafty Text does, I can click on Crafty Text and it will take me to the web store, and it will actually have Crafty Text right here so that I can install it immediately. So mine is actually already installed. It would say add to Chrome. So I would click add to Chrome and then add extension. Right now I have it disabled. So I'm going to go ahead and enable this item, and I'll see that Crafty Text is now right here, this little CT for Crafty Text right there. Okay, but that's what they do. So let me show you what Crafty Text does. And normally I would be using this already, but I wanted to wait for a minute before I use this one. And so I'm going to click on Crafty Text, and it will give me, and I may have to refresh, but I don't want to refresh that screen. Uh-oh, I don't want to refresh that one because my counter is still going. So let me refresh this one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Crafty Text now. So I'm sorry. So with Crafty Text actually gives the opportunity for you to type something on the screen. So let's say, for instance, it's right after lunch, and kids are coming in, or it's the beginning of the period, kids are coming in, and I can say, have a seat. I can say, have a seat and log into Google Classroom. Okay, so it's providing them some instructions. Once I click the enter button, it then puts the text that I've typed large on, it enlarges it on the screen for my students. That way, when they walk in, they don't have to waste time until the tardy bell rings or getting started. It immediately provides them some beginning steps right there. Or if it's right after lunch, I can give them some next steps when they come in. In order to turn it off, I can just click the button, click the extension, and it will turn off automatically. I also have the opportunity to put it as a QR code on the screen. So if I have students who have iPads, I could type in a website like mypd247.com, and I could shorten it with a QR code, and it will take just a moment. And what it will do is provide undefined, but I didn't put the www in front of it. So let's give it another try. www.mypd247.com, and let's shorten it with a QR code one more time, and it will pop up. I don't know why it's doing that right now, but normally it will pop up with a little QR code and everything on the screen. So that way, if a student has iPads, or if you have iPads or iPhones or Android tablets and in the room, then they can just hold up their cameras, and it will take them to that particular page. The next one that I'm going to show you is Crafty Cursor, and this is like my absolute favorite that I use like regularly. It's called Crafty, and a good friend of mine by the name of Dr. Chris Craft actually created both of these two of my favorite extensions. So the Crafty Text and the Crafty Cursor were both created by him. So shout out to Chris Craft. I'm going to also just refresh. So I'm going to refresh my screen here. And now I have the CC, which is the Crafty Cursor, enabled. So this time I'm going to click on it. And what it allows me to do is to be able to highlight my cursor. And I can click start highlighting, and immediately it will begin highlighting, and everything works well and whatnot on the page. So I just absolutely love this one. So it allows students to be able to stay focused on where I am, or if I'm pointing something out on the screen, I can do that. I can also change the colors, or there are a few different colors. If I want to have a blue one, and I can click the start highlighting, I can get a blue one and change the colors as I see fit. The other thing that you need to be aware of too is when you are highlighting or using the Crafty Cursor icon, when you type something, you will see down at the bottom of the screen, it also transcribes what you type. So just be aware of that, because you don't want to type your passwords or anything while you have that on. But if you want to show, okay, I'm using the Control C button in order to copy something, then you can show that as well. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave this on so that you can follow along, because that's normally what I use when I'm doing any type of webinars or any type of teaching. Um, the G Suite training is a great extension that is available to you whenever you are in any G Suite products. And so if I am here in let's go to let's go to I'm gonna go to Sheets is where I'm gonna go. So if I go to Sheets, once I am here in Sheets, I will click on a new sheet. Let's go ahead and click on a new sheet, and then it will provide the opportunity for me to be able to get some step-by-step directions on what I can do in any G Suite app. So I have it's installed right here, and I'll see it there. Okay, so normally the extensions are here at the top, but with the G Suite training, it's actually in all of the different Google apps or G Suite apps. So if I click on it, it will bring up from the side a little window that I can use, and I can say, how do I use, or I can, oh, let me click on it. All right. How do I use formulas? Okay. Or I can say, I can just type in formulas, is what I can do. Formulas. And then it gives all of these different options of how I can easily use formulas. So I want to find out how to insert a formula. Let's do it. If I click on it, where's my sound? It's actually speaking to me, but I don't know if you can hear it on that end or not. But it's actually giving me step-by-step directions, and it even highlighted some information here for me. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I need that.
And then we type in the formula equals sum, bracket. You can then click and drag to select the range of cells we want in our formula. In this case, cells A1 through A7. Finally, you must close the formula with another bracket. Sheets will also autocomplete functions as you type them in and give you a brief explanation as to what they do. When you click on the cell containing the formula, you will see the formula.
Okay, so I actually
Let's put some data into the sheet so you can understand how the sum function works. The sum function can be used to calculate the total sum of a range of cells. Please note that this function only applies to numeric.
All right, so I'm going to close it. And so it actually allows you have to click in order to move forward and things of that nature. So it's a really great tool for those who really want to learn how to really use G Suite tools. Okay, I really like that feature. Save to Google Drive is another great extension where I have it installed right here. If I'm looking for something and I want to save it to my Google Drive, I would then have to download it or email it to myself. But here I can just click on Save to Google Drive, and it will save either that website or that PDF directly into my Google Drive. One tab. I am a bit of a tab hoarder, and we're getting a little short on time, so I'm going to kind of just tell you about some of these. And I actually have a few little videos of them on my YouTube channel. For those that I don't have, I'll put some of them up so that you can see them firsthand as well before you install them, or you can give them a try. I'm a bit of a tab hoarder though, and one tab actually allows you to be able to put all of those extra tabs into one particular tab, and it'll be date and time stamped, and you can actually rename them, share them out as a web page, and a variety of things. Extensity. Extensity is the extension to manage your extensions. So I do want to show you this. Normally, in order to turn an extension on or off, or to get rid of an extension, I would have to click on the three dots, go to More Tools, go to Extensions, click on it, and then it will open up all of my extensions, and I will turn them on and off here. Okay. And then I'll delete them or remove them here. So that's the long way. Extensity, however, is just right here. And so I'm going to click on Extensity, and I'll be able to then turn them on and off at a moment's notice. So CT is right here. Uh-oh, and that's my 30-minute timer going off, letting me know that I have just a couple of minutes left. Okay. And so I can click here and I can turn, okay, click on it. It was just open. There we go. I can actually turn them on and see how it is right there. Awesome screenshot is there. And I can turn it off with just a few clicks. Okay, so that's a great one. Office editing is one that I love to make sure that, especially people who are new or transitioning over to G Suite, or who have used Microsoft files in the past, I love to make sure that they have the Office editing, because they usually have a lot of Microsoft files that they need to open in Google. And if you have this one installed, it actually opens them in Google without transferring them over, and it keeps them as a Microsoft file. Save to Pocket is a great tool. Save to Pocket is a great tool in order to save articles to a particular site that you can access. There's also an app and everything for it. Google Similar Pages is one that I like to use. It's called, so let's just say superteacherworksheets.com. Okay, let's say, for instance, I like to use, not saying that I like to use it, but let's say, for instance, a teacher uses superteacherworksheets.com, right? Um, with that, they say, you know what? Well, the parents have gotten themselves a premium membership, and they now have access to all my answers. So they need to they need to find a new tool to use. So what they can do is install Google Similar Pages. Once they go to the website, click on Google Similar Pages, and voila, it has brought up a whole bunch of other websites that are similar to superteacherworksheets.com that you may or may not have heard of before, like this Easy School. Hadn't heard of that one. Or Soft Schools. There's a few different other ones. And so it provides you some other options to be able to support your um, students. The last ones that I want to just tell you about is Screencastify is here, and it is where you can actually do screen recordings, very similar to what we're doing now, but it will record them automatically for you on your in the cloud in your Google Drive. And then Read and Write for Google Chrome. I don't have enough time for that one, but it's actually a great tool for ESL kids and a variety of types of learners. And then this last one is a lot of people have asked me where how do I create those cartoon characters, and so I've been using the Bitmoji since, oh my God, probably like 2000 and maybe 13 or something like that. And and so this little Bitmoji, if you click on it, it will actually allow you to create your own customized Bitmoji, and be able to easily drop them into, I need to be synced in, but it will allow you to easily be able to drop Bitmojis into documents or anything. So I just clicked on it. I just logged in real quick because I have it saved in, and boom, I've got all of these different Bitmojis that I can use on documents or on anything. So that's what that does. All right. I am 2 minutes over my time. If you would please help me out, and you can click right here on where it says click here to subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of different videos, and I'm trying to continuously add videos there. So that will allow you to subscribe. LA Ed Chat, I know LaQ and LA Ed Chat have a great partnership going this year. And so it's every first and third Tuesday of the month at 7. I have another slide coming up with Angela. She's going to be facilitating it this year. The last tool that I want to show you before I close out is the resource database. And this is something that I've been working on, and it's just an opportunity for you to not have to recreate the wheel. So if you click right here where it says check out the resource database, when you click on it, it will take you to my website that has a resource database on it, and it is searchable, and you can filter it by a variety of ways. You can filter it by hyperdocs, you can filter it by presentations. I mean, you can grab a bunch of different resources from it. It is in beta mode currently. I have about 2,300 items there, and it is in beta mode. This is all free, so it's just I just want to be able to help support teachers. And so if you want to grab, let's say, for instance, on rocks, okay, I taught science, right? So I've got a document here. We've got documents here, hyperdoc on the rock cycle. So if I click on it, there's a hyperdoc of the rock cycle where it allows students to be able to get some instruction. So they would watch a quick little YouTube video. It also allows them the opportunity to type any notes that they might want to take while the video is going. There's an article and a few other things, as well as even a little vocabulary wrap that's there. And then they have some other options to be able to not only just get instruction, but be also be able to provide evidence of mastery of the content. And all you would do is just click the file button, make a copy for yourself, change any of the information that's there that you need to, and drop it into your Google Classroom. So I definitely urge you to take advantage of that. And the last thing is I just want all of you to continue doing, wrong thing, to continue doing such a great job um, on behalf of LaQ, on behalf of LA Ed Chat. Please continue doing a great job. Everyone's is, all of you are rock stars. I know for some of you just had spring break. Some of you spring break is coming. And just want you to know that you rock. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., LaQ and LA Ed Chat will be having we'll be having our next chat online. We have the phenomenal Angela Yee. I'm sorry, Angela Yee. Angela Lee from West Baton Rouge Parish. We're going to be discussing using tech to assist SPED students. It's going to be a great topic as well. Great discussion. If you have any questions, please feel free to you can drop them in the chat right now if you are live. But then also, um, this is my contact information as well. You can feel free to email me at any time. I am here to support you and support all of our educators in Louisiana and throughout the country. You know, anyone that has any questions about anything, I'm always here to try to support. And if I don't know the answer, I will do my best to point you in the right direction or find it out for you. I think that is it. I'm going to leave my contact information up on the screen. And again, all of these links are hot links. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you just click on uh, this particular link, or I'm sorry, these words right here, um, I actually post a lot on Twitter, post a lot of resources and everything, but the LA Ed chat and my website and my email, please feel free to just reach out to me if you want to connect with me on Google Plus, which unfortunately will be going away. Um, and then my website is here. And again, subscribing to the channel and everything is here. But I definitely want to make sure we stay connected and thank you for your time. Sorry for running over a few minutes, but thank you for staying with me through the end. I don't see any questions in the chat right now. So again, I'll leave the Pear Deck open and put on. I'll put it on student self-paced mode, so it'll be the same. Um, it'll be the same code in order to access it, and you'll be able to just flip back and forth in order to revisit all of this, in order to revisit everything at a later date. Okay, so thank you so much.